Hi, everyone. My name is Amy. I'm from Mustard Seed Faith Women's Ministries. I hope you're doing okay today. Today, we are going to be painting a unique little flower out of watercolor on watercolor paper. We'll be using a couple of different paintbrushes, kind of a small tip paintbrush and maybe a little wider paintbrush. These don't have the numbers on them, so I apologize for not having the correct number of the paintbrush. But actually, we're going to use probably 3 of them. I may throw in a couple of different ones in there in the mix. And then we're going to be using some different watercolors. One of them will be yellow, one of them will be black, another one will be maybe some blue, and maybe a different tone of yellow, like an amber yellow or something like that. So I want to go ahead and get started with prayer, and then we'll jump into our art session. Dear God, I just thank you for this beautiful and wonderful day that you've made, dear Lord. I just thank you for the coolness that you've put in the air, dear God. I just ask that you be here with us during our time together, dear Lord, and help us to enjoy this lesson as we express our artistic abilities that you have given us, dear Lord. I just ask that we are willing to share those gifts that you've given us, dear Lord, and that we have fun with the experience, dear God. I ask that you be with each lady that watches this video, dear Lord, and that you bless their life. This I pray in your name, amen. If you've not joined us on Facebook, we are Mustard Seed Women's Faith Ministries. I will try to leave the link in the comment section below so that you can join us there. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're simply going to start today with just some water and our yellow watercolor. And we're going to put a little water on our page. And I am going to use a bigger brush for that. And I'm just going to dab water all across my page here. And then I'm going to just drip some yellow on it. We're going to see what happens here. We're going to just smooth it out. Kind of just going to make kind of a blob of yellow. You can just spread it all over your page. You can get your water a little thicker and make it, run more if you want to do that. Matter of fact, that would be really pretty to do that. So let's try. I'm not so sure I can get the paper as wet as I would like it, but let's try putting a little bit over here and see if it runs any. Like that. I like those splashy effects that you get when you drop it on there, and we will be doing some art like that later on. That's something I need to practice doing, because even though I love watercolor, and that's one of my favorite things to do, I have not learned all the techniques of what you can do with the watercolor. And I know there's many of them out there that you can do. So I want to be able to demonstrate that to you guys before I get on and do that. Now we're going to add just a little bit of a different amber color yellow in the middle here. This is a different kind of watercolor. It comes in the little tubes like this, or it comes in a tube like this. if you would like to purchase those, you can get them on Let's Make Art. I am not promoting their company. I do not get any money for promoting their company. I just like their products. I use their products a lot. It's really good stuff. Now, I did not leave that like as pretty as it was. I should have. But we're going to kind of blend this in. The orange in. Well, it kind of made it orange, but it is called amber yellow. And over here, I might try and see if I can get it a little thicker with the water, and let's just try a little splash here and see what effect we get. And maybe we'll leave it, maybe we won't, we'll see. Maybe we'll add a little bit more of a different yellow. I'm going to just try the regular yellow that we were using. Ooh, pretty. Kind of like how that is, so I think I'm going to leave those little splotches there just to see what happens. And then we're going to take a little bit of black, and I think I am going to try, because I actually do want this to burst like this one did. So I'm going to put this in the middle here. I'm going to go a little heavy on my water right here and see if I can get that splash effect. Let's just see. Oh, yes, that's what I want. That burst. Okay, that's going to turn out to be really nice, I think. So let me spread the yellow out here a little more. Now, with this, after you get this done, you will have to let it dry before you can move forward with your process. So after it dries, then we will be able to finish the process. So let me get my little dryer. If I can put my hands on it without messing the whole video up. And I've got it right here. And I'm going to dry mine. If you have a dryer, you're welcome to use yours. Now, mine's going to be kind of making a little noise for a moment. But hang in there with me. I'll show you. We're going to dry it just a tad so that we can finish it up. This just makes the process go a little quicker. It would be better if you could leave it like overnight to do your project, or to do your art piece. That would, probably work out really, because we are fixing to add a marker to it. If it's not really dry, that might make it run together more. Okay, let's check it. Make sure it's dry enough. I think it is. So let's move on from here. It doesn't take long to dry it. It's just a step that you need to take if you plan on finishing your flower up, without letting it dry first. Okay, now let's see if we've got a marker here that we can use. All you need is just a fine tip marker. I'm going to just get the one I have. I think this is a Tombow marker. So we're going to try this. This is trial and error for me, so we'll just see how it turns out. We're just going to make some shapes, like flower shapes in here, like so. And be wild with your petals, because flowers are not perfect. When we see them growing out in the wild, they're not perfect. So yours don't have to be perfect on your page either. So keep that in mind. Maybe have some kind of overlap each other, like so, because this is kind of whimsical, so you want it to be a little different from the ordinary flower that you would draw. So just make it unique, make it yours. Now, this was just a simple little painting that we're doing today, and I am loving, absolutely loving how it's turning out. When I first thought about doing it, I was like, I don't know if that's going to look right or not. But I actually really love it. I'm still going to add some more over in here because I want it to look a little fuller. And like I said, you can add to as much as you want. It doesn't have to be this type of flower. You can add you can do a sunflower. If I'd have thought about it, that's what we would have done. A sunflower would be gorgeous. And hey, we might do that since it's fall. We may go back and do this again. So if you're interested in doing this again, just leave a comment below and let me know. And we can certainly make that happen. Okay, I'm going to do one more over here to kind of top things off. And that's it, ladies. That's our beautiful flower for today. I hope that each of you had a wonderful time with me today. I hope that you will do this also. And before we go, let's just go over here. And let's just make a little one out of this here. Of course, it's going to have a little different center in it, but that's okay. We can go back and add a darker center if we need to. But I kind of just liked the way that kind of looked there, so I'm going to just add a flower here. And we're kind of going to do it like the bigger one here. Like I said, if you want to add a center, add a center. We may just do this center a little bit different than I did this one here. That one turned out really gorgeous, I think. So let's just see how this turns out. Okay, I do believe I am going to kind of make some splashy lines around it. And I may even go back and add some water and see if we can get that splash effect to the middle of that one. So let's try. Trial and error. We're going to go with it. Whatever happens, happens. Okay, this may bleed out into the flower more than I want it to, but we're going to see. So you just make a little drop. I might have got too much. Actually, it didn't run like I expected it to. And I might have got too much water, but I'm going to leave it and kind of just dab it here with my paintbrush. And again, I don't want it to look perfect. So I am going to just dab it around here. I think painting is one of the most relaxing things a person can do. It is for me. Okay, now I feel like something's missing. We need to do more. What do y'all think? More or just leave it like it is? I'm pondering the thought. I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. Plain and simple and kind of unique in its own way. So I hope you enjoyed this little get together we had today. I will be joining you again next week for another video of Whimsical Art. I hope that you will join me then. If you've done your flower today and you are a part of Women's Ministries, Mustard Seed Faith Women's Ministries, please post your picture in the album titled Whimsical Art so that we can see what you did today and see your beautiful creation. There's no joy in comparison, so don't compare yourself with mine or anyone else's. You are your own unique person. So I want to see what you got, what you can show me. And I hope that you really enjoyed this. So I pray that you have a blessed day, and I will see you next week. I'm going to scoot my page over so you can see all of it. There we go. Okay, see you next week. Bye-bye.